Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have day 6 of the Amy Plans Things Advent Calendar, so we're going to do that and use the goodies to finish up the spread that we started in yesterday's video. And then also we have a patron journal spread for Lynn, so we'll go into that in a little bit after we finish this, but she wanted a traditional Christmas theme with a window, so we will be doing that as well in this video, just because we're doing cozy hangouts with all sorts of creations this December. Okay, so I'm gonna push that out of the way because I've got entirely too much stuff right here. So this is my Amy Plans Things Advent Calendar. We are going through it day by day. There's a playlist called Advent Calendar 2025, and you can see everything from day 1 if you want to. But today we are doing day 6. Yes, okay, so I'll move that out of the way and we can take a look. And this one's filled with things. So, ripped it right there. You can see a little. Okay, we have 3 items in this one. We have 2 mini stickers. This is called Mini Mail. And we've got all these little cute designs. They coordinate with the snail mail stickers that we opened yesterday. But we've got all these other little friends who are delivering mail, and then some packages and envelopes and seals and these little kind of floral heart things that I thought were cute. Okay, so those are there and ready, and they are flipped images and stuff, so we can do some Dutch doors with them. And then we have a pink washi tape. As always, all of this stuff is available now as I've posted it. So if you missed out on the advent calendar, you can grab any items that you absolutely love. There should be enough stock for now, but if you're watching this video and it's a week or 2 or 3 later, I can't promise that it'll still be available. So if it's something you love, go ahead and grab it. All right, so to show you where we left off, let's see. So we are using this new notebook. This is from FAUX, and we are using it to decorate all things Advent. So we created a window spread, we created a simple waterfall tab, and used these cozy critters. Then, yes, and then we did these mini stickers here. Yes, that was day 4. And then day 5, we started setting up this with the snail mail stickers. And that is as far as we've gotten. So we are gonna finish this spread today. You'll hear my Cricut going in the background because I am printing out and cutting things for my next patron journal spread as well today. Okay, so we have a lot to do with this. I like to put washi tape right down these edges because I think it looks really nice when we're doing that. So we are gonna do that before we do anything else. And we're also gonna figure out where else washi tape can go before we place down the stickers. Okay, so the question is, do I try to make this all lined up perfectly so we have like 2 things of washi here that are leaving no gap? That makes it so when you fold it, sometimes the washi tape starts to peel up. If we leave a tiny gap, we can have this lay flat more easily. Let me show you. So it's not all the way to the edge, but it's pretty close. And if we do that, you see there's a little white line there when it's open like this, but we're not going to be opening it up like that often. So I'm okay with that, I think, because it gives a cleaner look here without like tape peeling. So we're gonna do that. Can I get a straight line? Sometimes it's kind of hard. Where's my camera today? Let's zoom in a little. There we go. Okay, scissors. Let's do the rainbow ones today. I like those ones. My daughter keeps trying to steal them. She is all things unicorn and rainbow right now. All right, so we've cut off those bits and we have that. Now I'm thinking it might be nice, since we have the pink here, to add it in here as well as like just a frame. I have been liking doing the frames like you'll see here. So what if we do it across the entire page to make this one big frame instead of like two separate ones? So we'll lay it down and then we'll trim things once everything's laid down. So it's gonna go over the edge a little bit while I just line things up. And we're gonna have this one go to where that is. I guess we should have this one actually continue here because there's a little bit that is there. Let's try to line it up with the other thing. I should have just gone to the edge, but oh well. There we go. Trying to make it a straight line across the page can be difficult, so if you need to, you can make a cut there and then lay down another piece. All right, so that doesn't look like much yet. We have to trim it all, but we will get there. Okay. So this is my gyro cut. We are going to be very gentle with it because it's really strong and we don't want to cut through the page. It's really easy to cut through the page with the Gyro Cut Pro. So we're just doing it nice and light because washi tape is much thinner than the paper we're using. Oh, that looks so nice right there. Okay. I need to cut like that. Like that. Yeah, okay. Then we'll trim this. I'm trimming all the little curved sections first, and then we'll get to the corners. Okay, I always cut my corners. Oh, wait. One little part still to get. Here we go. Looks like it doesn't quite look right yet because we forgot a whole piece. Okay, so I always cut my corners at an angle to make it look more like a picture frame or a window. I think it looks really nice. So I'm just gonna keep spinning the notebook while I make these cuts. Oh, that one doesn't need one. And I can just lift it up like that. Hey, another piece just came off. We need to put it back. Too many scraps, you guys, too many scraps. Okay, here we go. Why am I whispering? I don't know. All the kids are gone. I don't need to whisper. I don't need to be quiet. All right, I think that looks pretty nice. Okay, we will figure out the washi tape situation over here and here in a minute, but I want to use these, and what I wanted to do was make these little like Dutch doors. Do I want the Dutch doors though? Because I just put this down. Maybe I could do really tiny little Dutch doors, and I think we can do that still. Okay, it's just going to be little bits of Dutch doors. It's not going to be like a full thing. I don't know. Does that make sense? So we're going to do it like this. So you see, we'll cut like that. I just want to make sure we have enough stickers for this. We can also put some washi tape down if we need to. It's just like a little collage going down the side. Now this is gonna be like a tiny little journaling space or not really functional. as you can see. But that's okay. Not everything has to be completely functional in your journal. Some of it is just for fun. I'm trying to make sure that I don't use the other side of the sticker in case I need it. Okay, let's see. Let's do another flower because they're kind of long and take up some nice space. And then we have, I want to save that for the other side. I want to save the other animals for the other side, except, no, let's use either the mouse or the bird on this side. Let's use the bird because we can have it flying up. Look at that. Okay, that's gonna work. We're gonna cut this before we do the other side so that we can get the little tiny Dutch doors completed on the other side. So we are gonna cut off some of the tape and some of the snail. We're gonna, hey, don't get stuck there. Okay, we are gonna try not to cut the snail. So I'm gonna go like this to start, see where we're at. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go any further in on that piece so we don't cut the snail. But the bird is gonna be layered over the snail probably. We'll see. We'll see how it all works. I will say it's a little harder and an experiment doing this day by day with the Advent unboxing because different items coordinate together. So I'm using them together. And so I only see the one item, kind of forget what's coming up, don't think about like all the things. And it's a fun process. Okay, I want this to be rounded a little. Okay, so you can see we've cut off some of the washi tape and we're gonna put some stickers over the washi tape there to pull it all together. So that looks a little silly right now. That side looks pretty cool though. And you can see a little heart peeking out and all of that. Okay, so let's find the matching items. Rabbit. So you can see it looks a little better once you start putting the stickers down over the tape. And so if you're doing this and you have clear stickers, you'll want to put the stickers down first and then the tape because you don't want to see the tape through the sticker. But with these stickers on paper, this is much easier because you don't have to trim everything. So there we go. A mini snail. They're so cute. The singular flower. And then do we want to put the bird over the snail? Or do we just want to leave it as is? Okay, I'm just going to stick it like that for a second. That looks kind of weird. I think I'm okay with just this little thing sticking out for now. I am going to turn it over and trim as close to the letter as I can, just to clear up that little extra space. So let's see. There we go. There. Okay, so we've got that. And that. There's a little piece sticking out, but whatever. It'll do. Again, the back side of things are never perfectly perfect. Okay, so we need to do this on this side too. So we are going to go for that. And I'm gonna start by looking at where these animals are and placing this guy in the middle so that it's kind of separated. And then I'm also gonna get a snail away from where that one is. So let's put it all the way up here. And then we can start filling things in. And again, looking, we had a flower here. Let's put the flower a little bit lower just so that they're not even. Then this same one, put down here. A little package. We have a blue one, which let's put like that. And then I wanted to save this one for that side, so let's put it over here. These I'm going to use, but I didn't flip them just because I didn't love the look of it flipped as much, so I'm gonna have to have one of them upside down in a minute. Or maybe, oh, let's just do both of them going this way. So they'll be slightly, like, they'll just be at an angle. That's fine. Okay, what should I put down now? So I need to make sure I save some of the pieces for the backside. So like this one I can't use. This one I can't use. I have an extra one of those. I think I'm going to use this one and then use the other blue one on the back side just so I can get some more pink on this side. Okay, we have more flowers. Let's do more flowers because that fills this whole little gap very nicely. Does anything need to go there or can I just cut it? It'll go in a little bit farther than the others though. I think we just cut it though, because it's full. Okay. So again, we're going to be cutting off some of the washi tape that we've already laid down, but that's okay. It's part of the whole thing and it'll be covered up and look better in a minute. Okay. So that's what that's going to look like. I think it looks pretty cool having this little Dutch door that's just like a little decorative thing because it's not actually making it that much smaller. Okay, so we're gonna go find our matching pieces and lay them down. And we should have a couple of pieces left to fill in around the rest of the spread. We'll see. Because it would be nice to lay a few of these down on these pages. Dropping things. Okay. This one we're going to put here. Remember, it doesn't fit perfectly, but it'll do. By the way, this one is not available as a printable. It is physical only for these mini sticker sheets, and you buy them as a set of 2. So if you're interested in them, you'll have to grab them as a physical item. Okay. And then tomorrow, unboxing the next Advent one is going to be a new theme to start a whole new set of pages. Okay, this one I am gonna lay over that. I think that looks okay. This keeps lifting up. If your tape ever lifts up at a fold, grab some double-sided tape and use that. It'll help, I promise. And then you won't be dealing with it coming up. Okay, just getting off the excess. There we go. All right, now do I put this little one here? I thought I was going to do that, but maybe I don't need to. No, I like the look of it. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's the back side of it, and then that's what this looks like. I think that looks pretty fun with all of this going on. Then that's the middle. That looks perfect. Okay, so then the question is here, are we gonna do something? I don't think we need a full box here because we've got like so much washi tape in here, but I think a little framing this way would look really nice. And what I'm gonna do is something a little different than what I normally do. And that is gonna be, have it go all the way to the edge right there and line up with that. And then we'll do all the way to the center on this bottom one. And let's see how that looks. Cool thing about washi is if I try something and don't like it, washi tape pulls up really easily. So we can always fix it. Okay, what do you guys think of that? I think that looks pretty cool. We're gonna go with that and do the same thing over here. What are you doing there, little washi tiny piece? Okay, so the only thing is when I'm creating my journal pages, I generally like to not write like where the Dutch doors are. But in this case, we're just going to go with it. So it is what it is. I still think it looks pretty cute. And it's fun trying all sorts of different things each day. So if you look back at the previous days, you'll see that I've been doing different things every single day. So like first we did a window, then we did a simple waterfall tab, then we did a single page spread, and now we're doing the faux Dutch doors, but they actually have like a little Dutch door on the very edge. But the faux Dutch doors where it folds and looks like a Dutch door, but isn't. Anyways, that's pretty fun. Okay, so now we are just going to put in some stickers around to fill the last little, you know, empty spaces. Okay. And I'm not really thinking about where I'm putting all this stuff, by the way. I'm just putting stuff. Okay, we have 2 left. Now I'm going to think about it. Where are gaps? Where feels empty? I think this one wants a little envelope too, just like that one did. Then we have 1 stamp sticker left. I think it just is fitting to go right here at the very top left corner. All right. Do I need boxes or something in this? What do you guys think? I have boxes out for delivery today for Mojo Jojo Plans. I think I'll wait to put some boxes in once that sticker book or sticker books arrive. So we won't do that today, but tomorrow when I unbox the next day of Advent, I'll show you what I did. Okay, so we are moving on. There was that nice hangout sesh finishing this spread up, and let's get on to a journal for Lynn and do her traditional Christmas spread. I have Live Love Posh stickers, and then I have tapes. These are all from Planything. This one's from my own shop. It was one of the Advent items earlier. This day 2 of Advent items. So Lynn picked out this 8x8 Archer and Olive notebook, vintage olive, vegan leather. It's storybook themed, and it is gorgeous. 8x8 is my preferred size for my bullet journal, and it is really fun because it's about the same height, about the same height, just a little bit off from the height of the A5 notebooks. But since it's wider, it gives you more space to play with Dutch doors. Okay, I am just probably making the camera shake like crazy right now. Sorry, guys. Look how beautiful this is. Absolutely love it. So we've got some gold foil on the inside cover here. It's all the 160 GSM pages. We have 2 bookmarks, like always. And then we have the little pocket back here. All right, so let's get started. All right, she specifically said she wants a window somewhere in it and traditional Christmas. So let's look at some stickers, figure out how the window will work, and then go from there. So for traditional Christmas, we will use more green and reds, less pinks. So like, we will skip all that. This is more red, not the pink. These deep reds are lovely. This is beautiful. Okay, I might want to grab a few other things that I'm thinking of now. These are beautiful. Okay, so more of the reds and stuff, but I also might want to grab a couple of washi tape shop sticker rolls. So let's look at those as well. I have some nice red and green stuff in here too. All right, so I grabbed this one from Washi Tape Shop. I think it might be sold out now. It might have too much white and not enough red in it, but I love these florals. So we'll keep them to the side just in case. But what I'm thinking about is since she said she wanted a window somewhere in there and we have all this space, I'm thinking about making multiple windows and doing something really fun. So I'll have like a traditional just like window out of washi tape, and then we'll have some peekaboos in the Dutch doors. I think that'll be really cool looking. So we have to think about that carefully because there are only so many stickers we have. So first, what will go behind the window? Honestly, I think the one sticker I love would be perfect to go behind the window, but it may not fit with how I want to do the Dutch doors. The other option is this really cute tree house in the window. Okay, we can make it work. Let's just make a window and see what fits. Okay, so we've got all these options. We're not going to use all these, you guys, but I'm just thinking through which one I want to use for the window. The red is more closer to like brown, which is like wood. So let's go with just a simple grid washi tape. And we're going to make a window. Let's see. Where do I want our 3 like little peekaboos to be? I want them to be here. So our window needs to be like this big. So it's going to be here. And I am just going for it. And I'm not quite sure how it's all like going to lay out quite, but I am trusting the process. Okay. We will also lay down a piece of washi tape on this one as like a waterfall tab because we don't have space to do the little decorative window thing that I want to do on this one. So I think there's going to be either 3 or 4 total Dutch doors in this. So guys, this is a long video because Advent stuff as well, but I'm trying hard not to upload 2 videos a day if I can, just because I have all this stuff to do and I don't want too many video uploads happening. So I know some days I may have to do 2 videos if I don't organize ahead of time, but I'm trying to keep it simple for y'all. Okay, so We just did this process in the other journal on this video, but we are gonna cut out the inside of this one. So, just getting rid of all the scraps. And we need our cutting mat again. Here we go. And this one I'm not going to use the gyro cut for. I'm not very good at keeping a straight line. You can always use a ruler, of course. Gyro cut is harder to do a straight line than just a little craft knife or X-Acto knife. So I tend to freehand it with a blade that doesn't rotate when I'm doing these long lines. Cutting off the very edge of the washi tape. Come on. All right. Just a little fuzz there. And there's our window. Okay, let's also lay down some tape. I really want to use this plaid. I think it's going to look great with everything. So we're just going to lay it down like this. So there's the tiniest gap between the window and it. And we're going to call that our waterfall tab. So I'll use scissors to trim that, and then we'll get the backside done. Okay, we will figure out what to do over here once all our Dutch doors are done. I like to make sure that the Dutch doors can get completed before I figure out the rest of the spread so that I don't accidentally use something that would have been helpful in the Dutch door. Okay, and then one thing I like to do when doing waterfall tabs, which are these just straight ones, that when you layer them up, they kind of look like a cascading waterfall. I like to use a corner punch. This one I got on Amazon. I don't know what brand it is, but I know like We Are Memory Keepers has them. There are a lot of brands that have like punches like this. So take a look if you're interested. I got mine on Amazon. You can get it at Michael's or, you know, wherever. Okay, so I think I do want to use this big one and cut it to fit because the smaller scenes I may want to use inside the windows on these little ones. So this one we're going to put like that on the back side. So we'll trim off part of it. And then we'll have a few florals coming down from the top, like decorations or something. So we need to go to about here. Before I cut that, I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, okay. You're getting stuck. I forgot to put washi tape down on that side too. We'll do that in just a moment. There we go. There's that. Okay, let's do the back of the window and then figure out that little piece. And we also have to put something here. Or else that's just going to be a little something that you can't, I love having decorated things where the gaps are. You can totally write across where everything is, and I've done that on occasion, but I just think it pulls together a little bit better when you like have it being little decorative scenes. So many washi scraps. I saw someone, I forget who, but they had a page in their bullet journal and they just kept it open every time they were planning and decorating. And they'd put all the scraps down on that one page, and at the end of the year they had like a washi scrap page. That was pretty funny. I thought it was a cute little idea. Okay, there we go. So I was thinking about just this, because it does go in a straight line, and we could just line it up right there. And I think, yeah, that looks pretty good. Just like this little scene. We could end up putting a box here or something in a minute. We'll figure it out. Okay, scene for over here. This is kind of like indoor. What if we do the outdoor scene? And line it up so that it's like right in the corner like that. Okay, if I put it like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, and I don't think we need anything here. So we will figure out how these straight lines work with everything after we've done this. So now, because we have this one here, let's make our little window out of these items. I think that'll work the best. And I like the Live Love Posh stickers because they have 2 pages. So some of the stuff we can do kind of like the 2 sides, the front and the back with. This one isn't going to be perfect, but it is a great start to the thing. But it's such a straight line. We're already dealing with that straight line. Never mind. But we can use this one at the top because I am wanting to start this one up high. And we're just gonna make it like maybe to like here or so. It's not gonna be perfect on the back side as always, but using kind of floral type things does make it easier to just kind of shift things, because I can cut off a piece of the pine or, you know, whatever, and kind of trim it up to make it work. And then tiny piece. Here's a very tiny one. Okay, so we are gonna trim this, but also we do need to cut that. So we need to pick a washi tape. We just had plaid, we had red here. Let's just go with stripes, green stripes. Green, or do I want red? Green. And we're gonna line it up right there. A little bit over. There we go. And trim this up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, we're gonna cut all this out now. So we have a tiny little piece to cut here. That one. And this whole bit. And then I'll use scissors here. We also need to cut out the inside of it too. Forgot about that for a minute. Also, oh, we're not going to corner punch it yet. We got to put the washi tape down on the other side. Okay, so I'm hopeful we'll be able to use similar pieces and make the backside work out. And that's a cool little tiny window. Okay, so we are going to do this side. Let's see if this one will work here. It's not quite perfect, but we can make it work. We can always fill in little pieces. Just like I said, we could trim off things. We can always trim off pieces from other things and like put in another piece of pine and line it up with the flower. It's a little more complicated, but it works. Okay, let's see, what other pieces did we use? We used this one over here. Let's see if it'll kind of work. If a little bit of the ends of the leaves come off the page, I'm okay with that. We can trim it all once we've got everything down. We need to put a little something there. Again, that's all okay. This one was this. Sometimes they work even better by not using the sides that you used on the other one. So we're going to cut off that little bit, but this worked really well. Okay. Was it this one? Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good still. We did have this tiny one. And I'm totally okay if things kind of layer over each other because it looks like they're all going together. All right, so we have another page with some of these florals in it. So I am gonna use them, except I think we have these little ornaments. This one is perfectly shaped to go right there, so that gets an ornament. If we did that, do we wanna put like an ornament or something in there? Or a candy cane? That's a little bit longer. Yeah, that fits that nicely. And maybe an ornament sitting right there. We'll have to trim it, of course. Right, that fills all the gaps pretty well, but we have a lot to trim. Okay. So first I'm going to try to get all the inside pieces. It's really hard to see with the clear stickers. Okay. Now the outside stuff. So many little sticker pieces, you guys. Okay. I think that's good enough. Sometimes hours go by and then I find stickers stuck to me everywhere. Okay, so now the question is, do I want each page to have a scene, or do I want a whole scene on the very back one and have these windows that all you can see the back one on. I think I want them all to be seen on the back. I haven't tried that before. I usually have them kind of cascading out so you can have a scene on each page, but I kind of like that idea. So we're gonna try that and just see how it goes. Perfect. Okay, now I can use that corner rounder right here. Okay, there was one. That is looking pretty fun. Again, we're gonna do that at the end. So we need to pick something else for the next page. So we have slightly different things that we're using just for variety. What if, oh, look at how cute that one is. Oh my God, I love that. What if, oh, these would work really well for, yes, okay. Yes. So we just need to make sure though. I mean, some of the ornaments are not going to be hanging the right way, but we're just going to go with it because these are so cute. So we might need to do just 2 windows. We'll see how big this gets. Oh, I mean, we have this window. We might need to do 2 windows here. But this looks really cute. Okay. This one kind of works right there. And then this one I want to put like this, except that one piece hangs down and that looks a little strange. So what I'm going to do is very gently cut out the ornament and see how that looks if I just do it like this. And I know these are not going straight now and the candy cane's going up, but it looks a little more realistic now, huh? I'm gonna put that one hanging down. Can we do the same thing here with this one? I do have 2 pages, right? Yes. If we do this one, oh, actually, I think I might not need that one because this I can put right here. It's gonna be a little window, but it's gonna be cute. Okay, so again, I just feel like this one I need to take out. Trying to figure out where exactly I want it. Let's do it like that. Have this one hanging here. Okay, and then we are gonna put tape here. So let's do a red. I feel like, so this one's more brown. I didn't realize that. I want a red. Maybe red and green? Red and green. This is an older Play Anything washi tape. I highly doubt it is still available. I think it's years old. Just need to find where the tape goes. Or start a new part of it. Okay, we need to take some of this off. Is this tape too old? Do washi tapes wear out? Maybe they do. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I just need to peel off the part that got all messed up. And now we've got it. Okay. Nope, too far. Need to move it over. That's good. Ah, it all moved. Okay, stay while I try to tear you. Okay, and then line this one up. We won't see it, but we need it there. Okay. This is so fun, you guys. It's been a while since I've done like these peekaboo windows. They're always fun, but a little time consuming. So if you're in a rush, you probably don't want to do it. But the effect is so cool. Okay, I feel like that is missing a little something. So we're just gonna put another ornament right there and just call it good. All right, there's that part. And there's that part, and then we need the scissors. Oh, and the inside again. I keep forgetting that. Okay. Here we go with this. Try to make it somewhat spacious for the window, but it is pretty tiny. Okay, a couple little things got stuck, so I'm gonna make that happen. There we go. Oh, one little more fuzzy part. All right, that's looking awesome. Again, we'll trim pieces later, like this edge, once we get all of this done. Okay, so the one we need, let's use this one, see how it goes. It's not gonna be perfect. Just looking to see, are these mirror images of each other? No, they are not. They are the same thing. Okay, we're just gonna go with putting one down then, and we will have to trim some things, and that's okay. The back is never perfect. All right, then we're gonna put this one, not this one, we're gonna put this one here, but I need to trim the little hanging ornament. I'm ripping the whole sticker. Nope, stay together, please. Okay, and again, it's never gonna be perfect on the back side, but we are doing what we can, and we will trim that large piece of tree. Wait a minute. That's why it goes on the other one. This one goes here. That's fitting a little better. It still is not perfect, but it's a better fit. Okay. And then this one we had hanging down like that. Okay. Put the tiny little ornament to the side. That one fits pretty well. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay, so tiny little pieces to put in. Let's put this ornament there and just trim a tiny piece of the part that hangs. And what can go there? Let's do a tiny little bow. These are cute. Okay. We are totally getting there. Do I need something right here? I might need to fill that little gap. Let's take a look. And put a bow like that. What about a candy cane? Because we used a candy cane on the other side, and there are lots of candy canes around. Close enough. That'll do. Okay. Suddenly I feel like I'm not recording. Am I recording? I'm recording. Phew. Sometimes you just suddenly worry about that. I have definitely done like 10 or 20 minutes of like stuff and then realized I wasn't filming. So I just sometimes worry about that. For some reason, both of those wanted to leave one of the washi pieces on. That is pretty silly. Okay. Upside down because it's easier to reach all this, to trim all of this up. You can hardly see it here, but it does become rather apparent if you have all this stuff hanging off of it once it's all with everything else. Okay, let's see. So the tiniest ones really don't need to be trimmed, but there are some parts that definitely need some trimming. Okay, last one. And we have to decide, are we making a third window or just a little last Dutch door or something? Or is it done with the Dutch doors? Okay. So we've got it like that. We have this thing. It's not gonna make a good window because we only have like half the space of the other ones. So I think we leave it like that and have this be the last page. I think that makes the most sense. Okay, so now that we're there, I haven't used the sticker journaling kit at all. Let me just look and see if there's anything I want to use, because it is kind of a different style than the stickers we've been using. So I think we're okay. We haven't used this, but I don't think we need it. The colors are just more white and less green and red. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. That is really pretty. I don't know that we can fit it in this spread though. Okay, let's make some scenes back here, or make like a scene and then go from there. I actually think, no, let's first just take a look and get our little scene going. This is beautiful. These are really cute. Okay, there was another section we were using, which was here. And I absolutely love the treehouse. What if this is outdoors? What if we do kind of outdoor stuff over here and the indoor scenes on the back page? That sounds like a good way to separate it out. Very cute. And then we could put this house back here. So you have these views. We will need to decorate in there too. So something else for an outdoorsy scene. What can we do? We have another house right here. We can use that one. Let me see what else we've got though. We may also put in some of these to kind of fill right here. That might look really nice as well. Okay, yeah, first we are going to take this house though, and we're gonna get it so it's like, we're gonna have it over here, and it's kind of layered over that one. I am actually going to move this one over a little bit just because I don't love it being lined up right with that one. So how far over can I get it? That's about as far over as I can do it right there. And I can't lower it anymore. Okay. So that's how it is. It's a little bit better. I didn't want it like right down the middle. I kind of like it going at this angle. And then we can get, do we want a little bit like to the point where you can't see it when this is closed? How's that, you guys? Let's take this big strand and see. And again, making it so you can't see it. From in. Yeah, I think that'll work nicely. I do need to trim a little bit right there before I push it down harder. Okay. I think that'll look nice. We'll get a little bit right there as well to pull it around. Scissors. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry, guys. Desk problems. Too many supplies, not enough space. All right, so it's coming together. Please don't get stuck right there. Because we put this red here, I think we will also do it on the back side because I like doing that for the, what is the word? Making it symmetrical. Where's my gyro cut? There it is. I'm going to trim the white part of this. But I like making things sort of symmetrical from the front side to the back side, just because I think it brings some balance. So while I don't need it to be the exact same thing right here, right? Having the red florals on the outer edge in whatever form I can do, I think will pull it together more. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so still we've got to put boxes and things like that in, obviously, but it's coming together. That's so fun. Okay, scene over here is going to be the indoor stuff. So I've got some pillow piles and things like that in that one, but we've got a lot more indoor scenes here. I specifically love the chair. I think we'll make this one more a collage, so that we don't have to try to line things up. We've got a chair that looks pretty cute. Let's do the little candies in this one. I think that'll look really nice. Yeah. Okay. And then we will just fill in the gaps. But first, let's get down this little thing just so that I don't run out of space. So this one, I had cut it here, so I need to put this one here. I just want to make sure that I don't get it in the scene. So we are going to do some sticker surgery. I said before, you can trim off pieces to make things work for the Dutch doors. We are going to trim off the leaf so it is not sticking into the window. I'm going to put it like that to just get a very little bit. And there's a tiny piece of red in it, but I'm fine with that. We'll go with it. It's close enough. All right, we do have to use this big piece again. Okay. Come on. Oh my gosh. No. I've got you. We're gonna salvage you. It's rolling up. We've got this. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, we need to go this way. Okay. Okay, I just want to see what that looks like before I fix. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this will work. And just one tiny piece to trim on the white part that's going over that little peppermint hot chocolate or whatever it is. And this little piece. There. Okay. Okay. And this one, I can get like that to get that little bit in, so we have that. And then we're gonna fill in all of these things with like indoor decor collage. So like present piles and all that kind of stuff. Okay, need to deal with this so we can see what everything's really looking like. All right. This has really come together, you guys. Lynn, I hope you are loving this one. It was so fun to think through traditional Christmas, because I didn't decorate any spreads like that for myself this year, as well as windows. And I went all in on the windows with the 3 different ones. So that has been really fun here. I think I have one more thing left to cut on my Cricut, and then tomorrow's video when I'm unboxing Advent and then going into my next patron spread, it is going to be a Wicked for Good spread. So that is also really, really fun. Okay, present pile, we're going to put it right here. It just kind of fits. And then up there, let's get like a singular... That one's a little big. Let's get a muffin. All right, cupcake. and put this one instead right there. As you can see, we're just filling in all the little gaps. A bow will fit nicely there. A candy cane will fit there. That. How about a book stack? And then I feel like we do need a little thing here and a little thing there. So to pull things together more, we have all of this over here. Let's put this one right here. That looks great. And then something small. Secondary present pile. Perfect. Okay, before we put it in boxes, I just thought of something that I want to do. We did this in my advent journal in the video where I went across like this, because we have this all the way around. I kind of want it to feel like it's coming all the way here. So we're gonna do that on these ones too, on this side and the back side. Then we need to get into doing some boxes. Where is the snow on this? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's this page. I think that looks pretty cool. I don't think we need to do much with this. We'll put a couple of boxes in there, but that's looking pretty fun. If I can find something small to go in there that's outdoorsy, we'll do it. But otherwise, we won't. So again, all the washi tapes I used were from Planything, except this one, which is from my shop. By the way, Live Love Posh, if you choose to shop from there, or from Archer and Olive, which is where this notebook is from, you can use code Amy Plans Things at both, and it'll save you 10%. Okay, stay with me. Don't tear up. That one is starting to tear, so we can fix it. We can always fix the little things that happen. Here's some double-sided tape I'm getting down. Gonna get that down as best I can. Didn't stick. Let's try again. By the way, I have a delivery notification for something I bought. I got it on Black Friday from Etsy. It was 50% off. You know how I've made Dutch doors and all sorts of notebooks, right? So I've made Dutch doors and notebooks like this in A5 and all sorts of sizes. In this tiny one that's like an inch by an inch and a half or so. Well, I ordered the biggest notebook I've ever seen. And it came from India. It was handmade, came from India. It's out for delivery today. It is 14 by 20 inches. And we're going to do some giant Dutch doors. So that's going to be a fun experiment. I don't know how I'm going to film that. So you'll have to wait and see. But I'll show it to you guys soon. Probably share it over on Instagram first. So make sure you're following me there. Okay, before we put in boxes, let's quickly see if there's any outdoorsy things we can put over here in those tiny little gaps. Oh my gosh, first, I just saw the deer is covered up. We're gonna get this little white bit off the deer so that we can see it. more. So I also did see that there's the deer here. We could put another deer in the spread. I think we might do that. So I'm going to trim this one just like that. And now we have the deer. I think it'll look nice right there. That did not help here though. I don't think we're going to do anything about that. I think we're going to leave it as is. Just found some stuck washi tape. And now let's find some boxes. Okay, this is a Christmas spread, traditional Christmas, so we could put a couple of quotes, like right here we have space. That probably wouldn't be used for anything. So what if we put this in? This will fit perfectly. Right, we're gonna put Christmas right there and put the Merry right here. And there's a little tiny bit of overlap, and that's okay. And then the tiniest bit of that star gets trimmed. That's very cute. Okay, since we did put a quote in, let's get one or two other quotes as well. Something here, because again, this is a nice tiny section. Okay, we only have 2 pages of quotes. What about, I just really love the fa la 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 la, and we can just put it like this. It's okay to have white space, so we'll just put it like that. And then because we had a quote on each of those, I think we should do a quote on each page, perhaps. The magic of Christmas never ends, and its greatest gift are family and friends. That's a really nice quote. We can put it there, and then maybe one, nope, not on this page, one over here somewhere on this page because it's more blank. If we have something that works really well, but if not, we'll just not put another sticker down for quotes. Okay. Okay, I think we don't need a quote there. We have a lot going on. It's okay. All right, some boxes. Here are pastel boxes, and then here are more. We've got these. We don't have a dark green box here. Do we? No, that's okay. We will just do dark red and lighter red, because we have the dark red and the light red in the spread already. Okay. So when I do boxes, I like to make it so I have them layered. Now I don't have a ton of boxes here, so I'm gonna do 2 boxes per page for now, and then see what I'm left with. Okay. And we used up the big ones, of course, on the biggest pages. So we're just kind of going down in size as we move to the smaller pages. The smallest box stickers, I typically will write the date in, by the way. So if you're wondering what to do there, the small ones, you could write the date. You could write like a focus of the day if you want to focus on patience or, you know, whatever. You could write down the most important thing you have scheduled that day. So the question is, am I going to put anything right up there? Do we put another quote there? It's just a space. Let me think about that. It's just a space we have. Okay, so here we're starting to get into smaller space issues, so we'll use these smaller boxes with it. And then here, let's see. That fits perfectly there. This one can go down here. Oh, not the red. The dark red, maroon, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I'm going to think about that for a minute. On these ones, I do, when I have extra space, I do like adding like a third box. I just think it looks really nice. So we'll do that. Let's think about that. I could put some boxes there. We could do 2 boxes. So if we do that, we've got like this situation going on. What would that look like? Okay. We'd want to put it like right there. What do we think of that? Just gives a few extra boxes for her to highlight something for the month or the holiday. That's not quite straight. Yeah, I think that's okay. I don't want to put too many quotes in. I'm not a big quote person. Okay, this is great. This is great. This one, because we just have the decoration there, needs like one little thing on each one. So let's, because we have the darker colors here, let's put one darker thing over here and then one lighter thing over there. Okay, so I love this little pillow present pile. Yeah, let's use that. We're gonna get it like this and just trim off the bottom. This back page also does not need anything because it has so much going on. Okay, then we need something lighter over here from the red and green one. How about the little tree in the basket? That's so cute. I'm just gonna put it like that. That one is so cute. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done. Okay, so let's flip through all of it. As a reminder, all the stickers are from Live Love Posh. Green grid is from my shop. All the other tapes are from Planything. Notebook is from Archer and Olive. So here we go on this. Thanks so much for hanging out on this super long video today. It was super fun to craft with you all and get this all done. Lynn, I hope you love this. I hope everyone else loved it as well as I almost forgot that we did this one too. We finished this up with Advent Day 6. So 2 finished spreads today in one video. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is a fun, creative month full of so much. All right. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. And I'll see you all tomorrow for day 7. Bye.